beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. All right, Scorpio, so we're just going to see what else we got going on for you. This will not resonate with everyone, so take what fits and leave the rest. All right. Let's see what we got going on for the rest of the Scorpios. That last reading kind of felt like a personal, so... let's see. What other messages do we have for Scorpio? What messages do we have for Scorpio? I kind of want to use a different deck. Scorpio, I don't know who this is for, of course not. Hopefully, yeah, it won't be familiar to me. It'll be somebody else's reading that I don't know, new person. All right, but it kind of looks like someone here is actually weighing their options. You might have an opportunity to make some money here. New opportunity when it comes to work, finances, possibly a new job here. Maybe you're weighing your options here if you want to take on a new job here. Let's see. Kind of looking forward to, yeah. I think someone here is secretly possibly looking for a new place of employment here. Kind of seems like wherever you are, you're doing a lot of work, not really raking in the rewards that you would like. The money is possibly cool. It's all right, but you would like to have more financial freedom here. Also, you might be weighing your options here if you're actually going to stick to something that you're familiar with or move into an entire new era, okay? Something new. I don't know. Me personally, I think something new is really, really cool. It can be kind of, you know, intimidating at first because you're just stepping off into uncharted waters here as far as you're concerned. But I think you got this, sweetheart. I think there's an opportunity for you to have a lot of growth and abundance, more freedom as far as, like, you know, possibly having other people look over your shoulder, new people around you, especially if you've been in a place for a long time. I think that it's also very important. Yeah, someone here has been kind of feeling stuck in the place that they're at. Been here for a long time here. All right. Someone here also might be kind of not making excuses, but reasons why they're staying where they are. You might be, I hate to say it, but someone here might be like, you know what, I put in a lot of time in this place. I might just go ahead, bide my time until I'm able to retire from here because I don't think I want to start something new. But deep within, something is telling you it's time to go. There may be a lot of drama, a lot of problematic people where you are. People that are in competition with you for no reason, okay? Yeah. And at this point in time, you might actually be keeping to yourself, not really communicating with people here. It might be kind of tense. Also, I don't see that you're feeding into the BS here. You might be keeping your opinions, your thoughts, your emotions to yourself, not letting these people that are creating drama around you. And I do see that there are some people that are possibly coming at you with drama. You're basically defending yourself without having to necessarily give them a verbal response, telling them what they need to know and keeping everything else to yourself. All right. I do see that you're literally looking at this situation like, you know what? I know I've invested in this place, the time, the energy, you know, and I don't think it's the job itself. I think it's the people that are, I hate to say it, but you know how you can go on a job, you really love what you do, but the people make the place suck. You know what I'm saying? They suck the life right out of you. When you go in there, you open the door, and all of a sudden that whole energy hits you, and you just automatically feel drained. All right. And a lot of times it makes you feel like, damn, I hate coming to this place. It's not that you hate going to the place. It's the people that make it unbearable. And it's sad because a lot of times you're dealing with people who bring their issues to work. Some of these people just have nasty attitudes and they bring it in, and it's like a cancer. They gravitate to other people, and they it's kind of weird because those spirits actually know their people, so they pluck certain ones out of each group, and they all become a collective, like little pods of little negative forces here. And I hate to tell you, but if you have a moldy orange and you put fresh oranges on top of that, it is going to affect the whole bowl. Okay, so I think that you have a very outgoing spirit. Try to keep things lighthearted. You might be going through some things right now that's already kind of like, kind of giving you a run for your money, but you got this. But when you have to deal with people that are in this type of energy more than you have to deal with your family, more than you are at home, oh my God, that could be draining on anyone's soul here. So it kind of looks like you're putting out the feelers, looking for something else for you, but kind of weighing your options. Should I, should not, should not, should I, should not. And I gotta tell you, I don't know, at least in my mind's eye, if Source, God, Universe, even yourself is putting something on your heart, there's something to that, okay? If you've been thinking about, leaving a situation, if there's opportunities opening up for you where you could possibly go, sweetheart, sometimes it's telling you need to bounce, it's time to escape this situation. The time has ran out for this situation here. I do apologize. Yeah, I just got a message. But there may be something telling you that this place has ran its course, okay? Especially if you're around a lot of negative energy. Eventually what will happen is, like I said, that mold, that filth, that negativity, that dark entity, that nasty attitude, that need to pop off and all of that will eventually infiltrate your personality, okay? And the thing is that these people may be doing it because that's just how they are, negative energies and things like that. Some people may be gravitating towards that because there may be an alpha male, alpha female there who is just, those people that just have to be front and center of attention and always got to keep some drama going on, especially if it's a supervisor. I've had them, trust me. The thing is that you may find yourself gaining, that type of energy too. And it's not the gossipy type. It's because you're in defense of yourself, okay? You're on constant alert, walking in the door, knowing you're getting ready to face some BS, knowing that there's going to you're going to hear some drama, knowing that somebody's going to try to critique your work when there's nothing wrong with it, looking at your clothes, looking at you up and down, making snide comments and things like that. This is not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of your environment. So just keep that in mind, that sometimes when things start getting like that, it's time, you're being pushed out, being told to move, okay? As far as those people are concerned, what I have learned is that let those people have that nasty attitude, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, they're going through some stuff. They may not tell you, but boy, when you're dealing with somebody that's negative and ornery and just, just being nasty and filthy, you know what I'm saying? Just the nastiest person that they could possibly be, inside and possibly out too, These people are being plagued with negative energy. That cannot be good, okay? And what they're doing is they're deflecting what's going on in their life, and they're projecting it onto you, okay? These people, you really don't have to worry about doing anything about them. Trust me, when people come for you and you're of a kind heart and good-natured person, you honor the Most High. You know, you're good to people. These people will reap what they've sown, especially if they try to throw stones and darts and things like that at you, sweetheart. People will find themselves in the most horrendous situations because they stepped up to the wrong one. You understand? Child of the Most High. You're coming in with loving kindness, and they're representing the enemy, the adversary. You understand that dark energy, demonic spirits. And I hate to say it like that, but you're dealing with a lot of people who are just negative and nasty, and they wreak havoc wherever they go. This person is plagued with what I believe to be demonic spirits, period. The Legion, okay? So don't worry about that. Just figure out what you need to do for yourself to better your environment, okay? Go after what it is that you want, sweetheart, okay? Because what you don't see here, there's something unexpected coming down the line. That's possibly why you are being pushed out. With the way that the economy is here now, you never know what's going to happen, okay? There could be a whole bombshell that's not like that, but something that's getting ready to take off there. There could be a mass layoff or anything. You never know, all right? There may be somebody that's getting ready to, you know, come in and become a supervisor over that unit or whatever, and your opportunity for something new has passed, and now you're stuck in an even worse situation. All right. Yeah, like I said, someone here feels stuck in a place where they do not want to be. Your emotions are all over the place. Like I said, someone here is like, okay, but I've been here for a minute. I really like what I do. I love what I do. I've been here for a while. I have friends and things like that here. Look, sweetheart, I'm going to tell you something. People at work are not your friends. Those are your coworkers. That is forced interaction, okay? 9 times out of 10, and I say forced interaction because we are forced to do 40 hours plus, all right? If it was up to us and we could get paid that 40 hours for 2 days a week, then guess what? We're going to take that schedule and find something else to do with those other hours, okay? Invest in us, spend time with family, do what you do, come up with your own business. So that's forced interaction. These are just happen to be people that you kind of, you know, kind of like, okay, we can vibe with together. But normally on an everyday basis, you probably wouldn't even F with these people, really, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? So no shade against coworkers or whatever, but you know, there's people that I vibe with at work, but outside of work, we have absolutely nothing in common, you know, period. And you may find that as well, okay? So with that being said, I kind of feel like when it comes to your line of work, your line of employment, you're kind of feeling stuck for one way or another, but there's a lot of stuff that you're dealing with in order to be in this place. You understand? So the thing is that you got to realize or ask yourself, am I really stuck? I don't know. Whatever this is, and this happened in the other reading too, whatever your plans are, it is imperative that you keep your mouth closed about it, okay? Don't tell everybody your business, period. For one, because they don't need to know. It ain't their business. Ain't got nothing to do with them. Your pinnacles is your pinnacles. If they're not paying you, you know the rest. If they don't have nothing to do with your personal business, it's not their business, okay? Second of all, you don't want to hear no negative energy, okay? Source is giving you an idea, giving you a leeway, giving, you know, opening up new beginnings for you, new ideas. You don't need nobody coming in with their opinions and their negative energy, okay? Well, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. They're not you, sweetheart. This isn't their blessing. It's yours. It's got your name on it, okay? So you don't need that. Keep what you're doing to yourself. All right. Also, I think that there is something that is about to come to light here. Something is going on behind the scenes. Your name may be in the mouths of others behind closed doors. You never know what's going on. So, there are two different things. There could be someone here that is actually trying to get you to exit out, okay? A reason to release you, whatever. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe you're close to retirement. Maybe you're close to, you know, achieving some type of goal. Maybe there's a position that's being opened up for you, okay? And maybe that's one of the reasons why you're facing so much chaos at work. And I don't know why this is focused on someone on the job, but apparently here someone is going through some drama, carrying some burdens, probably doing work that is not yours, overworking and not being compensated for it. But there's some opportunities happening for someone here. You may be dealing with an overbearing boss, someone that's very stuck in their ego, dictatorial, and I'm just saying, okay, taking on more responsibility than your unit is supposed to have, and instead of them doing the work, they're going to delegate. Believe me, I had a supervisor like that. We were already worked to the bone, but this person, to kind of look good, you know what I'm going to say, nose is a little bit different color, would go to admin in every new project. Oh, we could do that. We could do that. We could do that. Well, the we is the unit, and this person is just sitting back approving what we've done. And then we get on our case when we're not meeting deadlines. Well, you've just given us the units, the unit responsibility for 4 other units work. What do you expect? You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful of this type of energy that's coming in here too, okay? So maybe this is one of the reasons why there's opportunities coming up for you to leave. Somebody may be riding your behind here, okay? I'm just saying. So there's that. I don't know why. I'm sorry if I went on a tangent here, but yeah, there's that. All right, so, all right, give me more for Scorpio. I'm so sorry. Give me more for Scorpio. Definitely making a decision here. Kind of, like I said, you're undecided on what to do. Kind of split decision here. Do you stay? Do you go? Somebody here is definitely wanting to move to calmer waters here, leaving these dark entities behind. Like I said, someone is being plagued at work. Somebody has it out for you, sweetheart. I don't know why, but look at this. Look at this. Somebody is literally doing things behind your back that you may or may not be aware of. You may not be aware of to the extent that it's happening here, but you're about to find out today. Oh, you're definitely going to find out. Laughing in your face, smiling in your face, keying, parakeeting. Hey, let's do lunch. Trying to find out all your business, what's going on with you. Run and tell that to somebody else, okay? Stabbing you in your back. Cycles are closing out here. So I'm telling you, if you got opportunities coming towards you, look into them, okay? If you don't see opportunities, make a way for it, okay? You got the knowledge, the experience, the personality in order to move on. And like I said, if you're not sure, just stick your feelers out there. If it's for you, Source will open up a door for you, okay? All right, so let's see. Give me more on the Emperor for Scorpio. Some of you are capable of going into business for yourself. You're sitting on hidden talents and things like that. There might be things that you know how to do that you just do it for fun, you know, just because you know how. Yeah. All right. Some of you might be going towards something that you are more familiar with, that you have history with. Moving on. Travel. Travel. Getting away from this, okay? Investing in yourself, investing in... See, some of you are spending time doing something that you are getting no fulfillment with. You're in a place where you're literally just slowly dying, okay? Biding your time, moving forward, just going with the flow day after day. Not getting any type of joy or pleasure out of this, okay? At all. At all. There's something happening for you. You have the world here twice. There may be some travel involved, but I'm thinking that there's a door opening for you that's telling you to leave the familiar behind. The choice is yours. Someone here is not happy where they are, and you've put up some prayers. You've actually asked, what do I need to do here? What door is opening up for me? God, I'm not happy here. Please make a way. A way is being made for you. The thing is that it's not being made the way that you've expected. All right. Sometimes we get pushed out of situations and we don't want to go. We're clinging on. We're clinging on. We're clinging on, sweetheart. It's almost like the tide is coming in and it's pulling you out and you're grabbing onto the sand. All you're going to see is claw marks. You fighting tooth and nail to stay. But Source is telling you it's time to go. Let go of the shore. Trust me, I got you. You're going to float, okay? You're going to float. Just trust. Don't panic. Yes, being patient here. All right? Ooh-wee. Someone has been through this situation before, too. Someone here is actually going to be able to go back to what they love to do, what you know. Things are going to balance out for you. Be patient. Be patient. It's time to make a decision. Ooh. To make a determined effort, too. It's time to make a decision. Are you going to go? Are you going to stay? Are you going to deal with drama? Are you going to move on? Are you going to continue to obsess about this situation? Or are you going to take a leap of faith and move over? Move over. Wow. Move up, move over. Okay. Are you going to go? You have, yeah, come from amongst them. This is what I'm getting here. Do whatever you're doing in secret. Bottom of the, oh my God. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess and the Devil here. You already know what's going on here. Oh my God, you are discerning spirits and everything, looking at people that you're dealing with. All right, let me hurry up and get up out of here. New opportunities coming. What did I say? New opportunities for money coming. You're juggling. Look, I'm telling you, step out on faith. Start putting your feelers out there. You're going to get exactly what you deserve. Okay, the environment that you're supposed to be in and everything. Okay, you're going to be blocking out negative entities and all this other thing. And then too, like I said, you know, I don't go to work to make friends. I go to work to make money, period. I mean, you know, I'm cordial to people and everything. Hey, how you doing? I'm like that anyway, but very selective of who I have in my space. But baby, when I'm at work, period. And you got an offer coming towards you too. You got to make a decision here. You got to make a decision here. Does it make sense to stay where you are? Okay. Bump emotions. Don't get emotionally tied to no job. No facility, no position that you're in, sweetheart. Because let me tell you, if you sit there and croak at your chair, they're just going to push your ass over in the corner until they get somebody to come and get you. And then they're going to have somebody doing your job the next day. All right. You leave one position, that next day they got to add in the paper. Something on Indeed, okay? You're manifesting change in your life, growth, all right? New opportunities. I don't know why I was going to say that, but for those of you that are actually single, been wanting somebody in your life, maybe it's time to move forward, okay? Move out of the area that you're in so that you could be seen. Fresh, new. Not only that, you will be surprised what a new environment will do for your personality, for that countenance that you have. Bring that glow back. It's something fresh, all right? Have the strength and patience. Oh my goodness. Be patient, be courageous. Know that there's something better for you, okay? You're my God, you're strong, but why in the world struggle where you don't have to? All right. You have a lot of skills under your belt too. A lot of knowledge that you're actually taking for granted. All right. Oh, I know how to do this. No big deal. It is a big deal. Somebody needs what you know how to do. Okay. I'm telling you, what you know how to do actually can bring money to you. New environment. You're being underpaid for what it is that you're doing, sweetheart. Get paid your word. You possibly know how to do a lot of people's jobs here. I'm just saying. And I think I told one of my customers this too. Hey. Okay, so I forgot what I was going to say. But anywho, yeah, this is like taking control over this situation and just doing what you got to do. All right, step out on faith. Also, like I said, this may be out of your comfort zone, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. Something new can also be very rewarding as well. Okay. And with the experience that you have, this can also open more doors for you. Okay. All right. So let's see. And then too, you know what? It's time to put yourself first with this Queen of Cups here. I think a new environment will also be very healing and rewarding for you as well, okay? Also, you might want to go back to something that you're actually familiar with, doing something that you have done in the past, but now you have more experience. So in other words, okay, you may be in a position now where you're actually working under someone, but now the experience that you've had, you can go into, say, like, okay, me personally, I used to work in accounting. Started off as a eligibility worker. Years gone by, eventually you have the knowledge and you know how to process applications and do this and do this. Me personally, I like to find out a little bit about other situations and special projects and stuff like that. But with doing that, just because I get bored, all right, I've gained a lot of experience in things like that, okay? So now you might be able to actually go for a supervisor or something like that, maybe a trainer or something like that. You know, you never know. And like I said, yes, you are going to have naysayers. You are going to have people look at you like, oh, who they pulled her on a special project. She's new. I've heard that. Trust me. Don't trip. God has a way of opening doors and blessing you and putting people in your path that, you know, other people will not understand. It's not for them to understand. It's your calling. It's your blessing on your life, okay? So, you know, do what's best for you, sweetheart. I see that you're going to be very happy moving on. Surrounded by people that really care about you, you know, as a person, as a whole. They're going to really love your personality and things like that. So you need to be around lighthearted people and move into calmer waters, because right now you're stuck and stagnant, okay? So there may be a need to actually travel here. Where you're going, you may relocate. I don't know. But there's a need to keep it pushing here, okay? Wow, somebody is definitely being told to move. That's crazy, because in the other reading too, there was a need to move. 7 of Coins. Yeah, I think you've invested enough time in this situation here. You're not getting anything out of it. You're overworking yourself and you're definitely not happy, okay? There's a need to move forward, to have financial stability, emotional stability, and as well, new opportunities happening for you too. So, being patient, taking your time, not moving abruptly, all right, because wherever you are, you may have time to actually do what you need to do in order to find where you want to go, where you feel that your talents will best fit. And I got to tell you, some people don't look at it like this. When you're being interviewed for a job, yes, they're trying to see if you are a good fit, but you have to keep in mind that you're also interviewing them too. The money can be good, the benefits can be good, but are you going to be happy with what you're doing? If you're being interviewed by the supervisor, by the, you know, the crew that you're going to be working with, hey, check that energy. You understand what I'm saying? Believe me, I've made mistakes where I've actually, you know, interviewed with the supervisor. Okay, the supervisor's cool, but the actual person that I was, going to be working with, Dragon Lady, my God. Yeah, and I ended up leaving that place because, yeah, we can't do that one. We'll clash real quick. So, like I said, you know, take your time with this situation and see what's a better fit for you, okay? But be diligent in your efforts here. And like I said, if you don't have to deal with drama, toxic energy, and things like that, and you can free yourself from it, sweetheart, do what's best for you, boo. Okay? Do what's best for you. All right. So I am going to pull a fortune cookie because for whatever reason, this was calling me earlier, and I started to pull one for you. But let's see. And y'all got to forgive me because Sister Girl had her eyes dilated today. So they still kind of, all right. So commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. Wow. It will make you feel better. All right. Okay, communication. A reunion could bring love or a rekindling of a friendship. A lucky win seems likely. Okay, so there is something very familiar here with the Six of Cups showing up here twice. This could be a job that you've already worked at. This could actually be you going back to some place that was really, you know, really cool. You got along with the people and things like that. This could be a situation that you are familiar with. This could actually be someone that is coming towards you, letting you know, hey, you know what? I know that you've been looking here. There's an opportunity that I think that will be very perfect for you, okay? So, yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty good for you. But there's something about a commitment here that you need to look into, okay? Yeah, this might be a contract that's coming towards you. All right, a new offer. Look into it, sweetheart. All right, and I know this reading is really long, and I do apologize for that, but it is what it is. All right, so you know your girl is long-winded. Be bold and make the first move. Absolutely. A personal issue reaches resolution. Confidence is key to your success, baby. Like I said, don't wait to get pushed out of a situation while the ball is in your court. Deuces. See you later. Bye. Cut the cord. Something better is happening for you. If this is your reading, do what it do, baby, okay? I do believe like the indecision here that you were going through or are going through is actually going to be resolved here. And then also, confidence is key to your success. If you're stepping off into something new and you're a bit hesitant about it, okay, it's all right. Find that strength and courage and move forward, okay? You got this. You got this. All right, sweetheart. Talk to you later. Thank you for rocking with me, and I do apologize for the edits. Bye.